This Tell Us How You Really Feel video, sponsored by the Tiber Lustig Foundation, discusses a very well-known and debatable figure in society as we now speak. And that we're going to talk about the gentleman called Elon Musk. Now, had we had this conversation a few years ago, Elon Musk was like the messiah for all the climate change activists and people going to electric cars. He was building tunnels. He was landing rockets. He had a vision going to Mars. So you had a whole segment of society that they were known as, on social media, Elon Musk fanboys. The other side of the equation said, oh my God, with the electric vehicles, give me a friggin' break. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive, whether you drive a car Fred Flintstone did or George Jetson, it's not going to change the climate. So you got people on that side of the equation who didn't like Elon Musk. You can say a lot of things about Elon Musk, but the one thing we will say is he likes to have fun. He made fun of Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, because he basically said at one time, and I don't remember his exact tweet or comment, something like, it's so boring when all you just look at financial pages and make money. And it's like, ugh, so boring. Live in the same house you lived in for the last 50 years. So boring. Elon Musk likes to have fun. So in keeping with his likes to have fun mentality, and keep in mind, this is not coming from a traditional Elon Musk fanboy. Okay, there are a lot of things that we kind of rolled our eyes about Elon Musk. It's like, oh, we're gonna build tunnels and we're gonna travel through tunnels. And he's calling it the boring company. No, it's a tunnel company, and it's not that revolutionary. They're called subways. They've been around for a long time. You know, oh, we're gonna orbit the Earth, and we're going to maybe land on the moon and ultimately Mars, and wouldn't that be great? And I go, I don't know how revolutionary that is as far as landing on the moon stuff, because last check, it probably happened in 1969. Or the fact that he built an unbelievable empire with Tesla making fun-to-drive electric vehicles. Now, he didn't invent electric vehicles. In fact, electric vehicles came about, there was the second type of electric vehicle that people thought about. The first was a steam engine in the 1800s, and someone said, fuck, that doesn't work. And the next one was an electric car. They go, oh, the grid, the this, that, fuck, that doesn't work. And then they stumbled on the gasoline engine, and that seemed to be practical, and it worked. And to this day, I can go to a gas station and I can get, in 5 minutes, 400 miles of range on my gas vehicle. Okay, so no, we're not fanboys, but Elon likes to have fun. And to highlight that, he's probably said, I'm bored with the tunnel company. I'm bored with the space company. Yeah, we'll get to Mars eventually, what have you. He always loved Twitter. He considered it a verbal battleground. So he decides to buy Twitter. And it's all the rage because he basically gets involved in Twitter and starts finding out all sorts of shit that's been going on in terms of curtailing free speech. It turns out there was a certain segment of the political spectrum that was basically using its power at Twitter to muzzle what another part of the political spectrum was talking about. And this all came to light when Elon took over Twitter and started figuring out, he probably had that holy shit moment, and he started making that information available to the public. So now you have the other side of the equation who historically weren't too fond of Elon Musk. They are now the fanboys. They're going, yes, Elon, yes, free speech, we love it, we love it. They are now his biggest fans. But now what has he done? He's pissed off his other side that were buying all the cars, and all of a sudden now his brand that was save the world, we got to change the freaking climate, now they're pissed, and now maybe they're not buying as many cars. Tesla's become the MyPillow of automobiles. It'll be very interesting and entertaining to see how this works. From a financial standpoint, it's going to be a total debacle. The $44 billion that he spent, of which $13 billion came from banks, the banks are kind of going, oh my God. You've got some advertisers leaving, some advertisers staying. You've got some journalists being kicked off, others being brought back to life. But the one thing that he is doing is that if you're super pissed off about being blocked or suspended from Twitter, it speaks volumes for how valuable and much used and how important Twitter is as a mouthpiece for everyone. So while he pisses people off from both sides, He's actually proving a point. Twitter, at least for now, is irreplaceable as far as getting what you want, your word out, as far as how you want to say it. So Elon, never been much of a fanboy. I think what you're doing with Twitter is awesome. I'm iffy on the Mars thing. Don't know how that would work. We can't even figure out how society works right now, and have been working at it for hundreds and hundreds of years. But as far as what you're doing for Twitter, I think it's awesome. And I think that is going to be your biggest marks on society, is what you're doing with Twitter. So I never thought I'd say this, but Elon Musk, fuck yeah.